Hi guys, and welcome back to our Eurosong 2025 series. We're looking at all of the songs that Ireland have to choose from for their Eurovision entry. We've already looked at Realta and Bobby Arlo. You can check them out at neilpla.com, where all of our other reaction videos are, as well as the links to our social media. But today we're going to look at Adgy. He competed at Eurosong 2023. And he's back once again. This song is called Run Into the Night. So let's see what he delivers for us. Oh, okay. Getting the traditional elements straight away.
Yeah. Beautiful voice. I do like the, obviously this is just a still picture, but I do like the look, the outfit that he's wearing on the picture.
Or the lack of outfit.
Well,
it doesn't hurt.
I like the gold cups that he's sort of wearing.
This is really nice and relaxed, vocally, but really nice.
Yeah. Okay. Ooh. Oh, I like this.
I love it when it's traditional, but you can do a dance to it as well.
Yeah.
I like the melody of his voice here, like it just follows a nice little pattern.
Yeah. It's quite an easy melody to remember, I feel like. Is it just me, or does his voice remind you a little bit of Zayn from One Direction? It's got a similar...
I couldn't tell you what any of them from One Direction sounded like, I've got to tell you.
Zayn is one of the band members that I do really like his solo music, so...
Ooh, okay.
Okay, we needed that big vocal moment.
Just to give it a bit more power and a bit more of a climax at the end.
Yeah.
Oh, even the music beat there.
Yeah, it's building.
Snare.
Yeah.
Okay, that was Adgy with Run Into the Night. I thought that was really a pleasant song.
Yeah.
I really, really like the instrumental. Again, you know, I've lived in Scotland and I've lived in Ireland, and there's a lot of shared culture between the two in terms of how our music sounds. And although this was definitely Irish, there's such a similarity to Scottish music. And it's always just so lovely to hear it in a track like this, because it doesn't feel aged, like it doesn't feel like it's you know, an older song just being traditional. It does have this sort of more modern twist to it. I think the tone of his vocals quite smooth and relaxed, and that makes it feel a little bit more conventional, like contemporary. And then you've obviously got the little bits of synth and stuff going on in there, the extra instrumentation on top. A few different layers going on. And compared to what we've already heard, I'm not sure how this would perform at Eurosong. But I can see ways of staging it that would be really nice and effective. but overall, I think this is a really nice song. I've got nothing negative to say towards it at all. I kind of, again, just I think intrigued to see how this does, how this comes across as a live performance.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree with everything that you said. It definitely, compared to Realta's song that we've listened to before, this one definitely feels more current. Like Realta's song had a very traditional vibe, more so than this one.
Mm.
This one just feels like the perfect blend of traditional and contemporary. Really love this. There was a moment where I felt like, okay, we need something. Do you remember when I said in Realta's song, like I'm missing a sort of more of an explosive vocal or explosive instrumentation towards the end to make it pop? This one has that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's actually explosive or anything. It's not massive, but it does have a really nice build, and it keeps building all the way to the end. We do have those like a bit higher, longer notes towards the end, which really makes this pop for me. In terms of the other two, I don't want to say this is my favorite, because I think I'd probably be listening to Bobby Arlo's song more than the other two. But I feel like Eurovision-wise, this might be my favorite of the three, because it really feels like it's, again, it would really show off Irish culture and Irish music, but still making it very accessible, because it does have that modern beat. His vocal is really beautiful. Like you said, it's a very soft vocal. As I mentioned during the reaction, from the picture that we can see in the video, the look really fits his song. I love like the white shirt, like being like hanging open a little bit, the gold cuffs, the white hair. I don't know who the girl in the background is on the picture. Is she going to be doing some instruments on stage or something?
I think when you look closely at the picture, you can see like the tip of maybe like a violin or something like that. So maybe she's a musician or a soloist.
Yeah.
So we might see more from her on Friday night.
I hope so. It would elevate it for me.
I would just give it an extra level. Even though we know it's the live instruments are going to be playback, it's still a nice illusion of having that more performance piece as well. I do really like this. I'm just not fully sure how it would do at Eurovision, because it is slower, and it's not always worked for Ireland. But it's a shame, because Ireland have had some difficult years at Eurovision, and obviously they broke up massive non-qualification streak just recently with Bambi Fug. They won't want to go back, and I feel like because this is a little bit slower, a bit more relaxed, it could maybe get lost in a crowd, especially in a televote semi.
But see, this is where, again, we keep repeating it. This is where staging is going to have to come in. And when you do have these sort of more calm and chill songs like this one, or Realta's song for that matter, you can still make it pop, and you can still make it memorable with good staging. It's all going to come down to that. And I don't want to say that, I don't want to judge Ireland on staging anymore, because God knows last year was insanely good. So
we're never going to stop talking about that.
Yeah, just it was massive. So just, if Ireland picks this, just please stage it thoughtfully, because it's going to need it. I read something, someone posted something on Blue Sky the other day regarding Bobby Arlo's song, where they said there's a lot of spoken word in Bobby's song, which does not always translate well onto a Eurovision stage. Sometimes spoken word can get lost. And I thought, like, that's actually a fair point. That could be an issue. It could make the song, or it could make the performance maybe, or it could maybe take people out of the performance. So there is definitely an issue there. So in that sense, I wouldn't necessarily argue that out of the three that we have, Bobby is the best choice. It's definitely my favorite song. And
that is
it
different
could
from
be,
Eurovision,
and it could be great because I talked about a possible top 10 for Ireland with that song. Again, going to come down to staging, but I wouldn't necessarily say that it's their only choice. I do really feel like this song could really show what Irish music is to the world. I feel like they haven't done that in a very long time. I'm trying to remember when the last time was that Ireland sent something traditional like this. Do you know what I was also thinking? And that's something that I have missed with this entry and the previous one from Railta. I would like to hear some Irish in these songs. Even just a tiny bit, a tiny portion of the lyrics to be in Irish, I think could really, really elevate it because it's such a beautiful song. And we've seen the Irish language on Junior Eurovision. I forgot what the girl's name was, but she did really well for Ireland like 2 years ago, I think. 2 or 3 years ago.
I can't remember the name.
Yeah, I can't remember it either because I didn't really watch Junior Eurovision. I just saw that performance afterwards. But that was beautiful. Just maybe I don't know if he speaks Irish. I don't know if do people in Ireland generally still speak Irish or do they just speak English, most of them?
Mostly English, yeah.
Yeah. So it depends but you can learn it. You can maybe learn it enough to have those like few. Because I feel like it really just it would elevate it so much. So that's maybe something to think about.
Maybe, we can get revamp at some point. I will say this one, I can really hear remixes to this one. I know there's a couple of remixes of Tattoo, etc. I could really hear this one being remixed.
Yeah.
And I feel like I would be interested in that. Maybe not for Eurovision, but also maybe for Eurovision. Like, I wouldn't be against it. But also, this needs to be selected first. So.
Yeah, exactly. But, one of the winners of the Eurovision Song Contest, 2003, Sertab Erener, the song that you hear at Eurovision, the song that won, was a remix. It was not the original.
Yeah.
The original was a lot more stripped back, so that beat that you have in Every Way That I Can was not originally there. So who knows? It could happen. But I do feel like I do like remixes sometimes, but sometimes they're a little bit too techno for me, and I don't really want that for this one. You could remix it to. I don't want to say the word remix. A revamp could be cool. But I'm not saying that it needs it for me personally.
Yeah.
Let me just make that clear. I think this is a perfect song the way that it is. But if you do choose to revamp it, you could make it maybe pop even a bit more. But again, we're just speculating.
It's just you can hear like almost like a different version of it, and that's interesting to me. That's all I was saying. You don't need to do anything, Adgy. We liked it.
Exactly. Also, that instrumentation, can I just say before we finish this video, the instrumentation between the chorus and the verse is just so beautiful. That melody, those strings that you hear. Was there a whiff of bagpipes in there at some point, or did I just imagine that, or did it just sound similar to bagpipes?
I think it maybe was similar, but we know you love a bagpipe.
I do love a bagpipe.
I think when we were in Edinburgh, you made me watch about 5 different bagpipers.
You get them. You can see them every day. I can't.
Well, speaking of this not being the only choice for Ireland, there are 3 more artists who are competing that we've still to take a look at. So join us tomorrow. We are going to look at Samantha Mumba's entry. And if you're British or Irish, you will know that she is an icon. If you're Thomas, you have no idea.
I was going to say, I love that you say if you're British or Irish. She might be world famous. I just didn't know who she was. That doesn't mean that the rest of Belgium doesn't know who she is.
Okay, but if you're Thomas, you have no idea. But we'll introduce them to her. Remember, you can check everything out at neilpad.com, and we will see you again in the next video. Bye-bye.
Bye.